The Army is introducing a new physical fitness test. The current test, the Army Physical Fitness Test, has been the test of record since it was developed and implemented in 1980. It consists of 2 minutes of push-ups, 2 minutes of sit-ups, and a 2-mile run. The new test, the Army Combat Fitness Test, or ACFT, consists of 6 events that are based on tasks a soldier might encounter in training or combat. The ACFT tests all of the major muscle groups and provides an accurate assessment of a soldier's physical readiness for military duties. The events are completed in order and take 50 minutes or less for an individual soldier to complete. The uniform for the ACFT is the Army Physical Fitness Uniform. The events are the 3-repetition maximum deadlift, the standing power throw, the hand release push-up, the sprint drag carry, the leg tuck, and the 2-mile run. The 3-repetition maximum deadlift is the first event. The event is a test of lower body muscular strength, coordination, and balance. Soldiers are required to lift the maximum weight possible, 3 times under control.
3-repetition maximum deadlift event will begin now.
Soldiers move into the hex bar and test the maximum deadlift. Once the soldiers begin testing the maximum deadlift, the NCOIC positions themselves outside of lane 1. After completing the maximum deadlift, the grader returns the scorecard to each soldier and directs them to the NCOIC. The NCOIC fills each standing power throw lane with 4 soldiers per lane, beginning with lane 1, then lane 2, lane 3, etc. Once the lanes are filled, soldiers will line up from the lowest to highest deadlift score. Lowest will be first in line, and the heaviest will be the last in line. Soldiers will maintain this testing order and remain with their grader until the 2-mile run.
The standing power throw is the second event. The event is a test of explosive power and coordination in the legs and arms. Soldiers are required to throw a 10-pound ball up and backwards over the head for maximum distance.
The last soldier in each line moves out onto the lane to retrieve medicine balls. One grader moves onto the testing lane with a wooden or PVC marking stick in preparation for marking the landing point of the throw and measuring the distance. The first soldier in each line moves to the start line, faces away from the lane, and picks up the medicine ball. Towels are available to wipe and dry the ball. The NCOIC gives a preparatory command. Graders respond with a thumbs up. The NCOIC gives the command, go. The grader manages the throws and records the scores, alternating between soldiers in lane 1 and soldiers in lane 2. Soldiers only execute throws when directed by the grader. There will no longer be a warm-up or practice throw. The soldier will execute 2 record throws. As a safety precaution and to ensure accurate measures of throwing distance, only one soldier from the 2 lanes throws at one time. The scorer marks each record throw and announces the distance in meters. After all lanes have completed 2 record throws, the NCOIC will direct soldiers to rotate. Throwers move onto the field. Retrievers move to the back of the line. And the next soldier in line steps up to the start line.
The hand release push-up is the third event. It tests endurance in the muscles of the shoulders, arms, and trunk. The number of successfully completed repetitions is counted over a 2-minute period. The event is similar to hand and arm movements required in combatives or repetitive loading of ammunition and supplies.
Graders call the first soldier in line forward to the start position. Soldier 1 assumes the prone position with their head behind the start line. The NCOIC gives a preparatory command to the graders. Graders respond with a thumbs up to indicate Soldier 1 is in the prone position, ready to start the hand release push-up. The NCOIC gives the command, go, and starts the 2-minute clock. Graders count out loud repetitions executed to standard. Graders repeat the last correct number of repetitions for repetitions that are not to standard. The NCOIC calls out 30-second time intervals until the last 10 seconds, which are counted down from 10.
The sprint drag carry is the fourth event. The event is timed and tests a soldier's movement skill under anaerobic conditions: sprinting, dragging, carrying, turning, and moving sideways. Soldiers complete 5 laps of a 25-meter lane for a total distance of 250 meters.
Graders move slightly onto the field and face their 4 soldiers. Graders call Soldier 1 forward to the start line. Soldier 1 prepositions the sled and kettlebells before assuming the prone position with their head behind the start line.
Graders in adjacent lanes will now work together to score the sprint drag carry. One grader will keep the time for 2 soldiers using 1 or 2 stopwatches. The other grader will move to the 25-meter turnaround line. All testing lanes will start at the same time for every group of soldiers as directed by the NCOIC.
The NCOIC gives a preparatory command to the graders. Graders respond with a thumbs up to indicate Soldier 1 prepositioned the sled and kettlebells and is in the prone position ready to start the sprint drag carry. To start all 16 lanes, the NCOIC gives the command Go. Individual graders start their stopwatch. The soldier executes the sprint drag carry event. The grader records Soldier 1's score and calls Soldier 2 to the start line.
The leg tuck is the 5th event. It develops upper body, abdominal, and hip strength. From a straight arm hang, soldiers must raise their legs up so their knees or thighs touch their elbows. Soldiers are scored on the number of successfully completed repetitions. There is no time limit. Soldiers stop when they are unable to continue. This event replicates climbing up and over walls, obstacles, or exiting disabled vehicles.
The grader assumes a position near the leg tuck bar with the first soldier. The NCOIC gives a preparatory command to the graders.
Graders ready?
Graders respond with a thumbs up to indicate Soldier 1 is prepared to mount the leg tuck bar. On the command,
Get set.
1 soldier from each lane will mount the bar and assume a straight arm hang on the bar.
As soon as the soldier mounts the bar and assumes the start position, the grader gives the command Go.
Soldier 1 executes the leg tuck.
The NCOIC keeps a 2-minute running clock for Soldier 1.
The grader counts out loud each repetition executed to standard and repeats the total count for any repetition not to standard. While the grader records Soldier 1's leg tuck score, the NCOIC continues the 2-minute clock to ensure adequate rest for Soldiers 3 and 4 following the sprint drag carry. After the 2-minute time period for Soldier 1 ends, the NCOIC will call Soldier 2 to the bar. The grader continuously tests Soldiers 2, 3, and 4 as soon as the previous soldier completes their repetitions and drops from the bar.
The 2-mile run is the 6th event. The event tests aerobic capacity. This event replicates movements to and from contact. At the completion of the 2-mile run, the Army Combat Fitness Test is completed.
Following the 10-minute rest period, the NCOIC gives a preparatory command to the graders.
Graders ready?
Graders respond with a thumbs up to indicate their 4 soldiers are prepared to start the 2-mile run. The NCOIC gives the command
Get set. Go.
and starts the clock. Graders perform as backup timers. Soldiers begin the 2-mile run. Graders keep track of completed laps as soldiers pass their position.
12:50,
Graders record total run time when the soldier completes the 2-mile run.
12:55, 12:56, 12:57, 12 work hard.
The grader checks and verifies all the scores are correct and legible on the scorecard. Graders present the scorecards to their 4 soldiers. Both the grader and the soldier sign the scorecard to validate the ACFT scores were recorded correctly.